If I'm someone who's listening to this, where do I even start with building my brand? Like, how do I get to know myself enough to even begin?
I think the best place to start is always with your story. It's the first place that I start with all of my clients, all of my students. It's what is the story that you feel is waiting to emerge? What's the story that you want to tell? What's the one that's been like nudging you ever so slightly over the last year or months? And what has really brought you to where you are today? What's an obstacle or a challenge in your life that you've had to continuously overcome? And that's the story that gives us and you context around why you're here right now and why you want to be building your personal brand. It's all about context. It
Hmm.
really, when you tell your story and when you know your story, it helps other people to understand the purpose for why you're building your brand and why they should care. A story is something that moves people and inspires people to take action or to be a subscriber or to follow. I mean, like stories are the only real unique piece of content that you can truly share because no one else is going to have that. There's a million and one personal brand coaches or strategists out there, and they might tell you a similar thing, but no one has my story. No one has the story that I have. And so that's something I want to lean into. And that's something that I encourage my clients and students to lean into, and to tell it in the most genuine and authentic way that you can. And in order to do that, there really does have to be some level of taking off the armor, of letting go of the need to impress. In turn, what you want to be asking is, how can I connect with people? Not how can I impress them, but how can I actually connect with people? And when you come at it from that angle, people are much more likely to respond and to feel curious and not to feel almost threatened by what you're putting out. Threatened is kind of an aggressive word, but you know what I mean.
No, I know what you mean. You remind me
People
so
get turned
much.
off.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
connotation is a little rough with threatened, but I do know
Yeah,
what you mean.
yeah, yeah.
And I remember my friend Alex, who's done multiple podcasts, and I was telling her I wanted to do it. And I said, I know nothing about podcasting. How the heck am I going to do this? And she said, you aren't going to have anything new to say that someone else hasn't already said.
Yeah,
But no one else has ever said it in the way that you've said it because they've never
yeah.
gone through the things that you've gone through. Like there's only one of you. And
Hmm.
when we look at social media and branding and putting ourselves out there, I think that's something really critical we have to remember across
Yep,
all platforms.
exactly. And to just kind of follow up a little bit on the question you asked me, a tangible, actionable step that someone can take if they want to start creating content and building a brand is to write that story out. Stream of consciousness. I think people get caught up in the rules and how is it supposed to be written. And all of us, and a lot of us are used to writing academically or writing for the grade. And this is really an opportunity to just let it all come out, write stream of consciousness on the page and see what you come up with. Every great story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And really, the most powerful stories that captivate us and really pull us in are the ones that show us the personal transformation that you underwent. So, the personal shift, the inner transformation is often much more appealing than the outer transformation, or like what happened in your environment or what circumstances changed. What your audience is more interested in is what changed within you. So it's almost like, I believed this, then this happened, and now I believe this, and this is how it connects to what I'm doing now. So if we can learn how to tell or use that arc in not only our personal brand stories, but also in stories that we just share on TikTok or on Instagram, or quick videos or quick stories, that is a really easy formula to use, and it will help us be better storytellers and creators.